So you're in fintech, right? And you're always looking for that next big wave to catch. Well, guess what? It's here, and it's crypto payments. Today, we're not just going to talk about it. We're handing you the actual blueprint to build your very own crypto payment gateway. This isn't just some far-off idea. This is a real-deal game changer for your business.
Let's just jump right in. I mean, this slide pretty much says it all, doesn't it? Over on the left, you've got the old way, a slow, winding road full of headaches like borders and chargeback risks. But on the right, that's the crypto superhighway. It's global, it's fast, and it's incredibly secure. We're not just talking about an upgrade here. This is a whole new way of moving money.
Okay, so what exactly is this thing we're building? The easiest way to think about a crypto payment gateway is as the ultimate digital bridge. It connects a merchant's website or their app directly to the blockchain. That's what lets them take payments in things like Bitcoin or Ethereum. It's the engine that really makes crypto e-commerce go.
But let's be really clear about something. This is so much more than just a cool tech project. We're talking about a fundamental shift in how business gets done. So let's dive into our first section here and unpack why building one of these gateways isn't just an interesting idea. It's a massive, massive opportunity.
Just look at this number for a second. 560 million. What is that? That, my friends, is how many people around the world are using crypto right now. This isn't some tiny niche market anymore. When you build a crypto gateway, you're not just adding another payment button. You are unlocking a global customer base that most of your competitors can't even touch. You're opening up for business on a planetary scale. And the benefits? They go way beyond just reaching more people. Think about it. You can create brand new revenue streams from transaction fees or subscription models. It can actually be cheaper to develop than a lot of traditional systems. And maybe most importantly, you immediately position yourself as a leader, as an innovator. You're not just building a product. You're building market authority.
All right, so the business case is crystal clear. Now let's get our hands dirty. It's time to pop the hood and see what makes this thing tick. In this next section, we are going to break down the core technology, the entire anatomy of a crypto payment gateway.
You know, at its heart, a gateway is really built on 5 key pillars. First, you've got the blockchain technology itself. That's your foundation of trust. Then you have crypto wallet integration. That's the user's key to the whole system. Smart contracts, they act as the automated brain. Security protocols are the armor. And finally, the API. That's the digital handshake that connects everything to the merchant's world. Everything, and I mean everything, starts with the blockchain. This is that decentralized public ledger that serves as the ultimate source of truth. It validates every single payment, which makes every transaction transparent and basically tamper-proof. This is where all the security and trust really come from.
Next up, we have the crypto wallet. This is your customer's personal vault and their access pass to your gateway. It's how both they and the merchants securely store their funds and sign off on payments. Seriously, without a smooth, seamless wallet integration, you just don't have a product.
And now for the magic ingredient, smart contracts. These are basically self-executing contracts where the rules of the deal are written directly into code. So when certain conditions are met, like, say, a product is delivered, the payment gets released automatically. You see that person getting crossed out on the slide? That's the middleman. Smart contracts make them obsolete, which makes your transactions way faster and cheaper.
Okay, so we know why we're building this and what it's made of. Now it's time for the how. Let's get really practical and walk through the very first phase of our blueprint, laying a solid foundation for success through great planning and design. Phase 1 is all about strategy. Before you write a single line of code, you have to nail down your business model, get to know the market inside and out, and design an infrastructure that's both rock solid on security and super easy to use. Seriously, don't rush this stage. Getting this foundation right is absolutely critical for everything that comes next. With a solid plan locked in, we can move to phase 2, the build. This is where we actually start putting the pieces together, focusing on the tech stack and wrapping the whole thing in layer after layer of security. So, what does this technology stack actually look like? Well, here's a pretty typical setup. For the front end, the part your users will actually see and interact with, you might use something like React. For the smart contracts, the brains of the whole operation, you'd likely use a language like Solidity if you're building on Ethereum. And to make sure everyone is who they say they are, you'd use Web3 for authentication. Every single piece of this puzzle has a vital job to do. All right, let's talk about what might be the single most important part, security. In the world of crypto, there are no do-overs. Transactions are final.
They are irreversible. That's why security isn't just a feature, it is everything. We're talking about multiple layers of defense, from standard stuff like SSL and two-factor authentication to more advanced strategies like managing hot and cold wallets, and even using AI to sniff out fraud before it happens.
And look, you can't just build this thing in a vacuum. You have to play by the rules. That means complying with major regulations like AML and KYC. And this isn't just about ticking some legal boxes to avoid getting fined. It's fundamental to building a platform that your users and merchants will actually trust with their money.
So we've planned it, we've built it, and now we've reached the final phase of our blueprint, launch and grow. This is that exciting moment where you go from a project in development to a live, breathing business out in the market.
But you don't just flip a switch. Before you go live, you have to battle test every single part of it. I'm talking about rigorous load testing, stress testing, and security testing. Then, once you're out there, the journey is far from over. It becomes all about constant maintenance and smart expansion, always thinking about what new features your global users are going to need next.
And all of that brings us to the ultimate payoff, because when you launch your own gateway, you're not just launching another product, you are planting your flag at the very forefront of financial technology. You're building incredible brand credibility, and you're opening the door to a world of global merchants and powerful new partnerships.
So, there you have it, the complete blueprint from that first spark of an idea all the way to launch. The technology is here, the market is waiting, the opportunity is absolutely undeniable. So now the only real question left is,